What's going on, guys? I am Switters. Welcome back to the channel, and as you can see, I have finished all Season 5 Zombies challenges, and I've also gotten to Prestige Master again, so this is the 5th season I've done it. One more season to go. I'm kind of bound and determined to collect every piece of intel. I got all the Season 5 and Season 5 Reloaded intel as well. For the whole year and do every Zombies challenge that there is. So let me just go through the list here. I'll be as quick as possible for most of these. There's only a couple that really need some description to them and really kind of explain how to do things. Other than that, they're fairly straightforward, but let's just jump into it. And let's start with number 1 here. Rooftop Escape in Malware to Toten. Successfully exfil at round 21 or higher 3 times. Completely self-explanatory. Just exfil when you get to round 21, no earlier, and you'll be fine. Do that 3 times. Train to Kill in Malware to Toten. Use trains to kill 50 enemies. So just get down into the train area. You now have the on-screen prompt telling you, hey, northbound train is coming, or southbound train is coming, or both. So it's no longer just the sound that you hear of the train coming. It now tells you which track it's coming on. Just learn which track is north, which track is south, and you'll be fine. Just train up a whole horde of zombies down there, and make sure when you see that northbound train is coming, southbound train is coming, whatever, get off the tracks pretty quick, because you guys know by now it comes very quickly. So just train them around down there, and once you see that, just hop off the tracks and let the trains get some kills. Fast Burn. Kill 25 specials or elites with the flamethrower support. Again, super straightforward. Just craft a flamethrower and get kills on specials or elites with it. I would do this in probably Outbreak would be the way to go for this one. You just get more specials and elites, and you get them faster, so easier to do it that way. Slow Burn. Get 250 napalm burst burn kills. Again, just get a gun, put napalm burst ammo mod on it, get a bunch of kills with it. Simple as that. Badass. Get 1,000 eliminations with a 3rd primary weapon using the Mule Kick perk. And now this is Mule Kick came out this season, so they want you to use Mule Kick, and that's pretty much it. This one is extremely self-explanatory as well. Just make sure you're using that 3rd primary weapon after you get Mule Kick and get 1,000 kills with it. You can upgrade it, you can pack a punch it, it's completely fine. It'll still track all the kills with that. Very easy. Did it crack in Outbreak? Fall a distance of 60 meters without using a parachute or jump pad and survive. So that's the key there. No parachute, no jump pad. You have to have on stamina up, obviously, because you'll take no fall damage once you've upgraded it, which you should have by now, but if you don't, just in case you didn't know, upgrade your stamina up. And the way I did this is get onto, it's Duga, I think is what it's called, right? Duga, with the array in the middle, where Pack-a-Punch is on top of that scaffolding in the center of the map. Just get up to the very top of that, and then jump off down into the construction side. Don't go to the other side, go to the construction side. That's where you will fall just far enough to complete this. That's how I did it, very simple. It's just a matter of getting that map. Now, one thing I tried back then when I actually completed this, and things do change, there's always updates, so I don't know now. But at the outside of every Outbreak map, there's those portals that you can jump through, and then it will send you flying through the air. You might be able to do it with those. I don't know, because at the time that I did it, that wasn't working, but maybe it does now. So you can try it on with that as well. So just, again, make sure you have stamina up. Try through the portals. If that doesn't work, again, just on Duga, just go to the top of that, jump down into the construction side. Just make sure you don't pull your parachute. Bloodlust. Earn 5 bloodbath medals using a primary melee weapon, which is killed 20 enemies rapidly. So killing 20 enemies with, quickly with a melee is a little bit difficult, but it's not super hard. By now, we're pretty much familiar. We're fairly experienced of doing this. Just make sure you spawn into the map with your knife as your primary. You can pack-a-punch it as well. You can do all that kind of stuff, upgrade it, and just make sure you're grouping up about 20 zombies or more, and just very quickly get kills with it. It's kind of like doing the what was it called? The anvil challenge, exfil challenge. I have a guide for that on my map as well, on my on my channel. It's one of the Dark Ops challenges this year. Very similar. It's, again, not hard, especially at this stage of the game. Just make sure you get your health, you have armor, you have Juggernog, all that kind of stuff. Livin Thing. In Mauer der Toten, kill 100 enemies with Klaus. Super, super simple. If you don't know how to build Klaus, there's a guide on my channel as well. Just have him spawn in and get 100 kills. Couldn't be easier. Lacking discipline, kill 50 enemies using brain-rotted disciple. So what I do for these kinds of challenges is I have a weapon with that particular ammo mod on it, and I basically don't use it until, in this case, it'll be the disciple will come out, and then I'll pull out my brain rot weapon and shoot the disciple with it, because with ammo mods, we know by now, it's a time-based how often it goes off. So if you're not using it and you're running around, pull it out. By the time you get around to it, if you're not using it, you're just getting kills with other weapons. When you pull it out, the first shot you take with it is going to turn that zombie into a brain-rotted zombie. So just, again, have a weapon with brain rot on it, put it away, use your other weapons to get other kills. Once you see a disciple pop out, then pull out the brain rot weapon, target the disciple, shoot it, and let it get kills. The thing with this, though, is disciples don't kill zombies very quickly. They kind of slowly suck the souls out. So this one might actually take you a little while to do. Again, this is best to do on Mauer der Toten. You could do it on Outbreak, but I think it's definitely better on Mauer. You can use decoy grenades to kind of throw it down in front of the disciple, so you get the zombies staying put and giving the disciple a chance to suck out the souls and actually kill them. But you probably only get about 3 per go with this, so it might take you a little bit, but not hard to do. Quiet Reflection. Get 1,000 eliminations using a weapon with a 2-time magnified scope or greater. Unbelievably easy. You can use your M16, you can use an LMG, whatever you like, it doesn't matter. Just make sure it has a 2-time magnified scope on it and get 1,000 kills. Couldn't be simpler. Limbo. In Mauer der Toten, stay in Death Strip for 5 consecutive rounds. Death Strip is in Mauer where the Pack-a-Punch is. On either side of that is the Death Strip. You have to stay on one of those sides. You can't go back and forth, because once you step into that middle area where the Pack-a-Punch is, that's a different area, so it will not count anymore, okay? So what I did for this is go to the side with the QBZ wall by and the armor station, just in case, you get hit and you want to refresh your armor. But wait until you have the Cerberus Wonder Weapon. You could do this as soon as possible, and so it's not super hard. You go in there with a Pack-a-Punch shotgun. It'll be quite easy. But with the Cerberus, it's unbelievably easy. That gun the Wonder Weapon is so powerful. You can do this. It'll take you literally like 3 minutes, maybe. Don't use the dig sites until you need them, just in case you run out of ammo. So save those. Don't use them. Just if you run out of ammo, then go dig up a dig site to get some more ammo. But this one is very simple. Just make sure you don't leave that area and stay out of the spotlight so you don't get killed by the gun. Weather the Storm. Kill 100 enemies stunned by Tesla Storm Field Upgrade. Again, this is super easy. I did this on Maschine. I like that starting room because it's just the best place to hoard up zombies. And you can funnel them through that tight area there. It's very, very, very good. Just put Tesla Storm on your field upgrade. I have everything max level, so I would recommend that, but if you don't, it's still fine. Get a whole horde going, and what I did was just basically turn around, run headlong into them, set off the Tesla Storm, and then as they're being stunned, just blast them. Very, very simple. Height Impaired. Get 250 eliminations from a lower elevation of 5 meters or more. What you're really looking for here is Alpine. You can do Collateral's not bad for doing this, but Alpine is far and away the best. 5 meters is 15 feet, by the way. So you don't have to be, it's not that far away that you need to be, but I always go a little bit extra just to make sure. So with Alpine, what I would do is just pick one of the slopes to go up. Just start heading up there, and you guys know as you're going up the slopes, zombies will start to spawn in all of a sudden. Just run back down the slope a little bit, use your M16, anything with a ranged weapon that's good. So again, for me, that's the M16 is the number one choice for that, but you pick whatever you like. And just make sure you're more than 15 feet away from them down the hill and just shoot them. And I would just go through each of the slopes on the hill and just kind of redo that. So this one might take you could definitely do this in one game, but you might just want to reset after a few rounds if you get Alpine early and just go back and do it again and again and again and again. Tormented in Mauer der Toten. Kill 50 enemies with Tormentor explosions. This one is a bit of a pain. Okay, so this one is going to take a little bit of explaining. So there's basically two methods to do this. What I did was on Mauer der Toten, I would go to the area outside of where the Wonder Fizz machine is, where the tank is in the center of that little strip in the back there, and just kind of horde zombies around through that. The couple of different ways to do this. Have Tesla Storm as your field upgrade. Get a whole horde of zombies going. Once you do that, so have at least one Tormentor on the map, train them around, set off your Tesla Storm field upgrade, which will damage them, get them down to at least half health, and then hopefully you can target the Tormentor and have it explode and kill a few of the zombies in there. That's one way to go. It's not the best way, though. The other way is you can have, get Mule Kick and keep as a third weapon, put Brain Rot on whatever gun you like, it doesn't matter. But you're basically going to do the same thing. So you can basically, here's the three weapons that you want to use, pretty much. You're going to have the Cerberus, because now, remember, Tormentors don't start spawning regularly into the map until around, like, 17 or 18, something like that. So the zombies are getting fairly strong at that point. So that's why you want to get them down to at least half health, at least. This is not going to be a perfect science. You're going to have a little trial and error with it. But you have three weapons. You'll have the Cerberus. You're going to have another gun where it could be an SMG. It could be that QBZ wallby that we talked about earlier, something like that. Nothing. You don't want to pack a punch this gun. You want to keep it fairly weak because you just want to do damage. You don't want to get kills on the zombies with this gun. You just want to do damage. Again, we're trying to get them below about half health. And then on a third weapon, have Brain Rot on it. So once you get the zombies, the horde of zombies down to about half health, maybe a little bit more, pull out the Brain Rotted weapon that you have and target the Tormentor. If you get him to turn, which is Brain Rot, if you get him with Brain Rot, he will run into that pack of zombies that you have trained up and explode in the middle of them. Now, again, this is not happening till these guys spawn in regularly until, like I said, round 17 or 18. So you have to have the zombies that you're trying to kill pretty low on health. Like I said, at least half health. So the good thing is you usually get 2, maybe 3 Tormentors that spawn in per round at that time. So if the first one doesn't take them completely out, just make sure you get the next Tormentor either Brain Rotted or in the middle of the pack, and shoot him so he explodes and takes out as many zombies as possible. This will probably, again, you can't really go into the high rounds doing this because the Tormentor explosion just doesn't do enough damage, especially later in the rounds, to have that make sense. So you're basically going to want to go to maybe max round 26 or so, and then just start over and try it again. So this one might take you a little while. It's not that hard. It's just kind of a pain to do, though. Aim for the sky. Get 1,000 critical kills with shotguns. This one is super easy. Just have your favorite shotgun on. Get Deadshot Daiquiri is a great way to go. And get 1,000 kills with it. It's as simple as that. There's nothing more to that one. Too hot to handle. Stun 15 disciples by shooting their hand while they are draining a player's health. Okay, now this one's going to take a little explaining as well. What I did for this is I spawned into the map with my LC-10 as my primary weapon. Do not upgrade it whatsoever. Don't pack a punch it. Don't upgrade it. Just leave it as is. Then go and you can buy a shotgun off the wall. You can get the Cerberus, whatever you like. Once you get the disciples to start spawning into the map on a regular round, just kill all the regular zombies. Don't shoot the disciple yet. Don't shoot him yet at all. Just kill all the regular zombies. Then pull out your weak weapon. For me, again, it was the LC-10. Just stand still. The disciple will come over. Once he starts sucking the health out of you, he extends his hand and that red beam of light comes and, starts pulling your health out of you. Just aim directly at his hand, shoot his hand until he starts shaking it off, like, ow, you just hurt me, or, like he just burnt his hand or something. He will take a second, regain himself, and then start trying to drain your health again. You can get this done in one game pretty simply. Do not use your shotgun. You'll end up killing him. The great thing about using the SMG is it does not do much damage to him whatsoever. So just aim at his hand. You will have this done in one game. Not hard. Suck it up. Earn 10 Event Horizon medals, which is kill 3 or more enemies with the LT-53 Casimir portal. Again, that's that new black hole grenade basically that you can craft at the crafting table. This one is super easy. Just make sure you've got at least 3 zombies in front of you. Throw it down and whoop, it's going to suck them up into that black hole. You can do this on any of the maps that you like, really. You just need the crafting table. That's all you need. So it just takes a little bit of time because you have to do this 10 times, and it takes, I think, like 1,000 or 1,500 scrap to build one of these. The good news is you can hold 2 of them now instead of just 1. Probably better to do this on Outbreak because you can shoot down the Omega helicopter and get a ton of salvage from doing that. So that's how I did it, but you can do it on any map you like. Jackalope. In Outbreak, earn 25 Jackrabbit medals during objectives. Kill 20 or more enemies consecutively without getting hit. The important part here is during objectives. So just on Outbreak, just make sure you're doing all of the objectives. You're doing the... don't do this on the new objective, the new world event, the black chest, because you will definitely get hit doing that. But any of the other ones, and obviously the main objectives. And just try to be cautious not to get hit. Just play your game normally is the best thing how I did it. But just when you spawn into Outbreak, just do all the objectives on every map. It's totally up to you, but the higher the rounds you go, obviously it's going to be way harder not to get hit because the zombies are, become super sprinters. There's way more of them, all that. So, go to round 3 exfil, go to round 5 maybe in exfil, but any more than that, again, totally up to you, but the simplest way to do it, go to round 3, just exfil and start over. Heavy metal, earn 10 scrap metal medals. You get that? Metal medals. Which is kill a Krasny Soldat. So this one is Mauer to Toten. Just get the Cerberus, and the Krasny Soldats spawn in soon enough on that map and often enough that you can do this in one game on that too. Very easy. Just, again, use the Cerberus. Very simple. The final one is Megadeath. Get 1,000 eliminations with the Cerberus Wonder Weapon. So if you haven't completed Heavy Metal by the time you get to Megadeath, you can do both of these in one game. It's completely self-explanatory. Again, just get the Cerberus. You can pack-a-punch it 1, 2, 3 times, and just keep getting kills with it. There's no more explanation that needs to happen. That's it. And then at the end, you will get... This is actually a fairly cool calling card. I think I put this one on. I like this one. You get the Season 5 Zombies Master calling card. Again, I've completed every season on this. I've completed every piece of intel on every season. I'm getting 100% for these things, for the challenges, for the intel, all that kind of stuff, and Prestige Master for every season. So I have actually completed this. I know some people, put out a guide, a quote-unquote guide on how to do these challenges at the beginning of the season before they've even done them. And they end up being very wrong. So I wait until I've actually completed them before I make these guides to actually hopefully be helpful to you guys. So if you do find it helpful, please drop a like on the video. If you're new, consider subscribing, and I will be back with something, another video, could be a live stream, something else very soon. Hope you guys are enjoying the Vanguard beta. I am not. If you're on a PS4, you probably know what I'm talking about. If you're on a PS5, it's probably a heck of a lot better for you guys than it is for the last-gen console people. Oh my God. Ooh, what a nightmare. So let's look forward to this upcoming weekend when I can play it on my Xbox Series X, and I'll be playing the beta with you guys on the Xbox. The whole reason why I didn't do it this past weekend, and I am sorry for that because I said I was going to, is it's virtually unplayable on a PS4. Not unplayable, it's just a nightmare on a PS4. I'm not going to go into it now. I've already, taken up too much of your time, but not a pleasant experience on last gen. Anyhow, guys, that's it for now. I will catch you in the next one very soon. Have a good day.